What's up? Welcome to your new favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show. Yep. The home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions, and also the official podcast of Wakanda.
Salute me when you see me.
Remember that shit?
Salute me when you see me with the X. You better know with the X. Cross your arms, nigga.
Exactly. Hey, thank y'all for joining us for episode 22. As you know, I'm your host, Fresh. And with me today, representing the Shady Bunch, is one of the tallest niggas I know. and Raleigh's finest dad of three, my nigga B Hill.
Yeah, what's him?
What's poppin', my nigga?
I ain't nothing, just coolin', enjoying, just fresh from Wakanda, you know what I mean? Enjoying the breeze on this beautiful
Now that we from
day.
Wakanda, can we still say nigga and shit, or we like self-righteous and shit?
Nah, Wakanda, they got niggas in Wakanda. They still
definitely got niggas in Wakanda.
Yeah, they still got niggas in Wakanda. I'm from there. I'm a nigga from Wakanda.
Bet, man, what you been up to, man?
I ain't talking about shit, man. Went to see the movie over the weekend. That was pretty much the highlight of my weekend. I ain't really do too much. I had a couple people had some shit going on in their lives, so I had to go kick it with my peoples and shit. But other than that, slow motion, holding in the road.
I hear that. Holding in the road. Shout out to Joy, hold it in the road.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I went to see Black Panther as well, and it was great. It was amazing. How you liked it, John?
I loved it, man. It was, I'm a Marvel head anyway, so like, it kind of like, it was a double-edged sword for me because I love all Marvel all Marvel movies. I go to see them regardless, but this was a whole different level just because of, it was just black. It was just beautifully black. Like, I couldn't even, like, even if you ain't have like no history with the whole Marvel thing, you know what I mean? You still would be able to take away something from it and just enjoy the movie. It was just, in my opinion, it was one of the best movies. I don't know if I'm a little biased at this point, but it was just one of the best movies I've ever seen from top to bottom.
Nah, really, I loved it. It was amazing. And, I'm not a big superhero, movie fan. Like, that's not really my thing. It's a couple, franchises I get into. Mm-hmm. I love the movie. It was great. I even reached out to a couple people that I know either with kids and that's why they go see all the Marvel movies, or they just Marvel heads or, superhero movie heads. And I asked them like, yo, was the shit as dope as I thought it was? Or, what I'm saying? Absolutely. It was okay. And everybody I talked to said, nah, that joint was great. It's probably the best movie they seen.
My nigga, I sat on the front row at 1:00 on a Sunday with my kids, and the front row, like front row center. Like, I ain't never sat on the front row ever in my life.
You know you was pressed if you sat on the front row.
I paid $50 for fucking the matinee. That's some other shit we need to talk about, cause I don't know. I've never been to a matinee that was like full price. This shit was $10 for me, and it was like me and my old lady and my twins and shit. We went, and it was $50 for the goddamn at 1:00. I think they tried to like boost the price on niggas and shit. Like they gonna get us one way or another, you motherfuckers, you fucking devils.
Nigga, but I paid $25 for IMAX.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I thought that should be like $15.
Yeah,
like the movie be like $12 and the IMAX like $15.
I was so
I paid $25 for that shit.
I was so pressed to go. Like, it ain't even really dawned on me. I'm thinking like, God damn, like that shit was $50. I ain't get no popcorn, no nothing. That shit was $50.
Hey, you was supposed to sneak snacks in that bitch. You was supposed to sneak snacks in there, man.
Oh, I snuck snacks. I'm still a nigga. I'm from Wakanda. That's what you do.
Hey, I heard aluminum foil in the bitch. I was like, that movie theater ain't serve shit with aluminum foil on it.
Yeah, niggas,
I heard chips.
Yeah, niggas, niggas gonna be niggas now. Especially when that's how you know they raise the price. Niggas, man, I swear, like, I ain't never paid $10 for no matinee. Like, that shit was wild, but it was all worth it. I ain't even tripping. I would have sat, honestly, when the shit went off, I wanted to sit right there again and like watch the shit right all over. You know what I'm saying? It was that good.
I went with a friend of mine. They were the same way. Like, I want to see that joint again. But the joint was great because I don't really like movies that's over 2 hours, for real. Like, I feel like you should be able to tell a story in 2 hours, but that joint didn't even feel like 2 hours, 2.5 hours at all. Yeah. Like, it was great. My $25 and your $50, contributed to that, $404 million for a 4-day weekend.
That shit crazy.
Hey, that shit is lit. 400. That's $500 million.
Nigga, in 4 days.
That's worldwide.
Yeah, that's 4 days though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, nigga, that shit is 4 days. Like, that shit probably gonna be the highest selling movie of all time. And I'm all the way here for it.
Nah, for real. I was talking to a friend and she got a son and she was telling me about it. And like I said, she one of them people that see all the superhero movies because she got a little son and he into everything with a cape that fly, that shoot out a laser, whatever it do, he into it. So she was so hyped. She was like, they probably go see the joint in 3D next.
I heard it was a little overrated in 3D. I heard it was actually better in 2D than it was 3D, but I mean.
Really?
Yeah,
I was like, she had me wanting to go see the joint in 3D after I done already spent $25.
My man said he went in 3D. He was like, he went twice because he got a lot of shit going on. So he went twice with a couple different people and shit. He was like, the 3D joint.
He had to take the side to Wakanda. He had to take the white to Wakanda.
He had to take the side piece of the Wakanda and shit. You know what I mean? Show the landscape. Sneak in the back
and act like he had seen the jump before.
Yeah.
I've definitely been there before.
Yeah.
And then you accidentally comment on the jump and then he said, how do you know about that?
Like, watch this. What you mean? Watch this.
Right.
That's the good part.
Oh, it was the previews. Yeah, it was a long trailer.
Right. Watch this.
Nah, that shit. Hey, for real though, I want to give props to everybody who did that movie.
For sure.
I think that it was dope. It was not only dope for black people, but I feel like it was just a dope movie, period.
Yeah,
it had all the socially conscious shit in there, all those elements. And I feel like I need to apologize to Michael B. Jordan because I didn't really see it. What? I didn't see the magic of Michael B. Jordan.
Bruh is a cold-blooded killer.
And it's not like I thought he was overrated. I was just had a real neutral feeling about the nigga. Like, I guess, you know what I mean?
Nah, bruh cold. He been cold since The Wire and Wallace, when he was Wallace.
But see, that's what I see him as. I see him as Wallace. I don't see him as this Denzel, the next Denzel, the next sex symbol, all that shit. I don't see none of that shit, but I give it to him for this movie. Like, he did his thing. And it was hard because you wanted to root for Killmonger, and he had the right concept.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all who have not seen it. However, if you didn't see it this week, you need to go see it this weekend coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
Or we kicking you out of Wakanda.
Yeah,
like, once we out, you not coming,
barred
man.
from Wakanda, you won't be able to come in. No exes for you, my nigga. You won't be able to.
Exactly. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan, though. Yeah. Shout out to the whole cast. Lupita looked great, and I never even looked at Lupita like that. You know what I mean? Like, I always thought she was, you know what I'm saying, what she was, a nice looking, you know, African woman, but you know, I got a lot of respect for a lot of people in this movie. So James Earl Jones.
Yeah, James Earl Jones definitely.
I mean, not James Earl Jones. Forrest Whitaker.
Come on, white lady. We don't all look the same.
Right.
James Earl Jones. What? I'm like, what? That's coming to America.
Yo, but hold on. James Earl Jones, I not fucked up though, right?
Nah.
Just Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, Forrest. Yeah.
Not only do I apologize to Michael B. Jordan, I apologize to James Earl Jones because
she's not in Wakanda anymore.
Deserve.
She doesn't even know the people in Wakanda. She mixing Wakanda and Zamunda in this motherfucker.
True fact.
She gotta go. We bad if she back to
Wakanda and Zamunda.
Real shit though. One of my homeboys, right? Like, that's why I love black people, because we just ain't worth a damn. My homeboy was like, yo, you know that Wakanda and Zamunda border each other? I said, no, they don't, because neither one is actually a real country.
None of them are real, sir.
That nigga said, yo, you know they border each other? I'm like, nah. The fact that you put border in there was the wildest part. Like, you thought you really kicking some knowledge.
This nigga really looking at a map. He on that B.O.B. shit. Not only is the earth flat, Zamunda and Wakanda is neighbors.
I'm like, bruh. That's not true, my nigga. Like, that's not real at all. Like, these are the first time that you've heard that shit before. He was strong and wrong.
Was he high? No,
that bitch was the guy. I don't know. I can't say, but he was strong and wrong, whatever the fuck he was. That shit was funny as hell. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to Beezy.
Hey, that's funny as hell.
Yeah, that shit was
Black
funny
Panther,
as shit.
that shit was lit. I went to go see your boy this weekend, TK Kirkland.
Oh, who raised you bitches?
Hey, that shit was funny So we get there. I went with a friend. We go there, and I get the tickets. We go to the ticket booth, whatever. We already had RSVP, whatever, online. Get there. They like, oh, you in VIP. So I'm looking like, oh, bet I'm in VIP. Like, that's what's up. Cause I know I didn't pay for no VIP shit. Right. So I'm just like, how have I got there? I bet. Nah, that shit was a setup. VIP was actually the front row.
Oh, them niggas.
You never sit front row at a fucking comedy show, man. So I know this. And anytime I go to a comedy show, I prepare myself regardless. Yeah. Because I may be put in a position where I have to defend myself. Yeah. Right? So my friend like, I said, oh, nah, I ain't trying to sit up here. You know what I mean? He trying to act like he giving us the VIP treatment and escorting us to the seat, whatever. Nah, bro, I'm not trying to sit here. So she like, yo, I mean, what's the problem? I was just like, nigga, do you not know what front row at a comedy show mean? Like, you prime victim.
Yeah.
He like, nah, man, that shit fine. I'm going to the bathroom. I bet. So I strategically position myself. I'm doing the math and shit. I'm like, all right, if the comedian's standing here, when they look out, they gonna see this seat. They ain't gonna see this seat. Boom, boom, boom. So I strategically sit like just a little bit off based on my calculations of where the joke's gonna fly.
Right.
My friend sit right there with, you know what I mean? Right there front center. Man, first comedian come out, he trying to get her to sing. Like, so I'm looking like, So like, yo, this shit about to be turned up for you all show. I just want you to know. And I'm sitting there looking like, I'm trying to laugh, but look inconspicuous as a motherfucker. Like, I don't need you to point me out for shit. Because like I said, every comedian that come out, I done already sized them up. You come for me, I'm coming for you. I'm not the type that's gonna sit there and just, I mean, if it's funny, I'm gonna laugh, but I'm gonna still have a rebuttal. You know what I mean? So I'm already ready. They fuck with her. It was like, probably like 4 or 5 comedians. TK come out. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I don't think she really know who TK is. Although I've never seen TK in person, I know TK's personality, and I've heard him on enough shit. Yeah. He come out there, as soon as he come out there, zoom, focus, go right on her. You know what I mean? Like,
shit. VIP.
Yeah, he going there. So they get the argument. I don't even remember the first couple things he said because, you know what I'm saying, I'm drunk, I'm in my zone, like I'm just laughing, so I don't really remember. But I just remember him fucking with her. And I'm like, damn, dog, sucks to be you.
That's what you want.
But, you know, they arguing and shit, and TK asking like personal shit, like, and not just to her, but like to some other people who was on that front row. Dog, when I tell you I was a statue, it was this couple there, dog. They was 60 years old. He asked the bitch, did she suck the nigga dick? Good. And she like, yeah. He asked him, you know what I mean? Did he eat her out? And he like, nah. He like, well, when you gonna do it? He talking about, nah, I got it, I'm gonna do it. Like, he mad disrespectful, though.
Super
like, he mad.
Yeah, he is. I ain't never seen him in person, but like, he been on mad podcasts, and I've seen his career over the years. He wild as hell. Like, he wild as hell. That nigga like 60. He's actually like 60, 61, some shit like that.
No, this nigga is 60, and I promise you that nigga don't look older than 45.
Yeah, I believe it. I seen that.
He don't look older than 45, and that was part of like his routine and shit. Like, I'm 60, like, I can ask you whatever I want, cause I'm 60 just like you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but that nigga don't look 60. He looked like he was in jail, like he got buffed. Yeah. You know what I mean? He got on like a white tee, fitted, leather coat, designer sneakers, like, nah, if he wanted to say he was 60, I wouldn't even thought he was 50. Right. I would have thought he was in his mid to late 40s. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was talking about how he don't date women over 40 cause they pussy loose. Oh, shit. He wild though. Yeah, but you know, it was a good ass show. I didn't get picked on at all. Shout out I wasn't forced to defend myself at all. They got into it, but it was all good. Yeah, it was all good. But I had a pretty good weekend. I can't even front. I want to before we move on, I want to shout out to Fergie. I want to shout out to Fergie for totally demolishing the national anthem at the All-Star game.
Shout out to Cab Calloway Fergie. The fuck is that boom bap skibbity bop shit? That shit was funny as shit. I was watching this shit, right? I had a headache and shit. So I'm like, watching the game and shit. Like, something, I'm just like bullshitting around. You know how like, now you watch TV, but you really don't because you be looking at your phone and all type of shit. So I'm looking at my phone and shit, and I hear like her come on. I'm like, damn, Fergie look kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on and shit, and I hear the little thing in the background, the little jazz doo-wop and shit. I'm like, oh, shit, Fergie finna fuck it up real fast. You know what I'm saying? And that motherfucker hit that goddamn skin doo-wop. That motherfucker was damn. Somebody said, I heard on the radio, nigga said she was auditioning for Chicago.
Hey, I thought she was doing the damn Marilyn Monroe happy birthday to JFK joke, man. I was like,
garbage. That shit was funny.
I was like, what the fuck? But I shout her out because it's the national anthem and we don't give a fuck about the national anthem no more.
Right.
So I'm just like, fuck it up. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
so funny.
It's not like you was singing, lift every voice and sing out that bitch.
Right.
Fuck the national anthem. Shout out to Fergie for being trash as hell singing that.
That shit was awesome.
National anthem.
They did like a rundown, like all the badass anthems and shit, and like Cuba Gooding. If y'all out there, YouTube Cuba Gooding Sr., Cuba Gooding Jr. Daddy. Do YouTube that shit. That shit is fucking classically. That shit is the funniest shit. Like, he fucked it up. Carl Lewis, the track star, he fucked it up.
Why was they singing this shit in the first place?
This shit is back in like the 80s and shit. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck Carl Lewis had going on. That nigga Carl Lewis.
I don't know what the requirements were for Lewis singing back then. In the middle
of Carl Lewis shit, my nigga said, he was like, hold on, I got it. I'm gonna get it back.
Believe nobody knows the words to that shit. Trump definitely don't know the words to that shit, and he was damn calling niggas sons of bitches for it.
Right.
And he definitely don't know the words.
He definitely
Fergie didn't know the words.
Oh yeah, she definitely.
When she went into that scat or whatever.
Yeah, Michael Bolton, they did some shit with Michael Bolton. Michael Bolton did some shit like in the 90s. That nigga had the shit written on his hand. He looked down at his hand and shit.
Wait, Michael Bolton sing?
Yeah, Michael Bolton can sing. The white man with the hair and shit.
I thought he played like the sax or some shit. Or the flute or some shit.
Nah, that's Kenny G.
Who am I thinking about?
You think Kenny G.
Yeah, Kenny G. Whatever. Yeah. Same colonizer. Whatever.
Yeah. Same devil.
Whatever.
Same devil. Same homes.
Fuck that. Alright, man. You ready to get into some little shit?
Yeah, let's get it.
Alright. Since B Hill gay as fuck with this upper respiratory thing, which is really just a cold.
That shit is inflammatory.
And he sound clear as a bitch.
That shit
but
is
whatever.
Inflammatory.
I'm the only one drinking tonight.
Yeah. Well, shout out to
he drinking motherfucking sparkling water. Y'all wanted a guy on this joint and he got a vagina. You know what I mean? Like, here's what's going on right now.
This motherfucker is incendiary with the comments tonight. Like,
that's what happened when you the only person drinking out this bitch. Look, and then he just drink this damn.
I had an edible, okay, and I'm feeling good on the inside.
You feeling good? Are you at least feeling good?
My knees feel awesome. You understand? If you had an edible, you understand what I'm talking about. It's a body high. It gets you from the top, from the rooter to the tutor. I'm feeling awesome.
No, that is right. An edible get you to a whole different place.
Yeah, I'm on the edible and water, nigga. Get your mind.
He act like he said it was some Molly or some shit in the water, in the orange juice.
I gotta go to work. I can't goddamn be taking shots and goddamn in edibles.
Everybody do.
I be on the motherfucking roof somewhere.
He dead. He washed, so we gotta expect
goddamn
that
right.
from him. Alright, so put your cups up.
Cups up.
Put your water up, little nigga.
And it's sweating.
It is sweating.
It's sweating, nigga.
That means he had this water for a long ass time and it used to have ice in it.
And it's excellent.
But for the first time in little shit history, instead of getting some shit out of here, I'm gonna shout out some shit.
Alright.
And I'm gonna shout out our first topic. I'm on the Wacken tonic again. I think I'm going back to my Jack and Coke this weekend because it take me two separate places. But anyway, put your cups up.
All right. Cups of water.
Because I want to shout out Drake for this God Plans video.
Man, that nigga.
So Drake put out the God's Plan video. And it's making waves because Drake basically gave away $1 million in the video. It was like 996,000 some shit. $1 million. We just gonna round up. And the video chronicles him giving out this money. One of the things on the first slide or whatever of the video say, do not tell the label that he giving out this money. But I'm sure the label knows. Some people was just like, ooh, did he really sneak and do that? What? Well, are you guys stupid?
I mean, he told them, so now right, exactly. Come on,
people slow. But in this 6-minute video, Drake is handing out stacks of cash to people on the street. He delivering toys to the children of Miami, Lotus House. He surprised the family with a brand new car. He provided a scholarship to a student to the University of Miami or at the University of Miami. He takes a maid shopping, amongst other like dope stuff in the video, other acts of kindness or whatever. I thought this video was super dope. You like the video, B?
Yo, that shit was so dope. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of the song. Like, it wasn't a bad song, you know what I mean? Like, cause when he released both songs, the fucking,
Diplomatic Immunity.
Yeah,
joint.
Diplomatic Immunity. That's like, I could listen to Diplomatic Immunity like 15 times straight. But this was cool, you know what I mean? And when they play, of course they're gonna play it on the radio, but when I saw the video, man, that shit was incredibly inspiring. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, that shit, like, I mean, you just think about people and doing shit for somebody, and that motherfucker did a lot of shit for a lot of people. I don't know if I agree with the lady taking the lady shopping for $10,000 like at Saks. She a maid. You could have just gave her 10 bands, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck she gonna do with mad Saks clothes? Yeah, I take that
Pawn
shit.
it, get that bread.
Back tomorrow.
I mean, how much stuff can you really get at Saks for 10 grand?
I know. I'm taking that shit right back. And goddamn, cause they said she drove, like she lived like 30 minutes away from the thing. Used to take the bus. Buy that sweet lady a car. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. But anyway, despite that though, discounting all that shit was super fucking dope, and it inspired me to do some shit. I ain't necessarily done it, but I'm gonna do some shit.
He got plans on doing some shit.
Some people some Chick-fil-A or some shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's what's up. I enjoyed the video. I just want to go back to one point. I remember you and I chatting via text. Mm-hmm. You were telling me that the Diplomatic Immunity joint was out, and he had released these 2 songs or whatever. I came back and said, yeah, the Diplomatic Immunity was cool, but God's Plan is the good song. Yeah. And, you know, I just feel like I be knowing shit.
I'm a rappy nigga, so I like, you know what I mean? Like, I like when Drake rap, and that shit was from, like,
He rapped in God's Plan.
Nah,
But you just like to be barred up.
Yeah, he was harmonizing.
You just want to bar.
I'm a rapper's rapper, so, like, you know, I love rap. So when Drake rap, nobody can fuck with him, regardless. I don't give a fuck when nobody say 90% of the world can't fuck with him when he actually raps. So I was thoroughly impressed.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I feel like, you know me, this has been well documented on this podcast, that I am a Drake rap fan. However, I like what comprises a song. I like rap plus the beat plus whatever is going on. You know what I'm saying?
I knew it was gonna hit off the rip because it's Drake. So like that motherfucker can shit a damn piece of doo-doo, and that shit gonna pop regardless. But I mean, it's a dope song.
Yeah, but a lot of them joints don't be rap joints. A lot of them joints just
That's what I mean.
I'm in the fetal position missing you and I'm crying about
and them shits still be hard, but this one, like,
fuck them shits.
Like, them shits don't be all like he be having some dope shit, but this one, it didn't move me off the rip. Like, I could tell.
So did the video just make you fuck with the joint harder?
Yeah, that shit cemented it for me.
Did you tear up a little bit?
Nah, I ain't really get teared up, but I mean, like, if you ain't feel nothing, you fucking dead inside. I ain't tear up. I know people that did, you know what I'm saying, and I can't just.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I think the part that really had me feeling the way when he was sitting there with the mom and the son.
Yeah, that shit.
And he was hugging the nigga, and you can tell he was trying not to cry. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that shit kind of dope. You know what I mean? That shit, like, you could tell it was genuine.
Yeah, honestly, the grocery store shit, nigga, like, you should fucking buy at a grocery store. That shit is amazing. You know what I'm saying? How many people be in a grocery store, how much shit, like, he told them to get whatever the fuck they wanted. That shit was awesome as fuck to me. Like, that shit.
Man, that shit was dope.
Yeah,
that shit was dope. But if you in the grocery store and you tell me get whatever you want, I'm going straight to the crab legs, the shrimp, the steak, the all that. That's and that shit that you want. I feel like, I'm not discounting that at all. I'm not saying that at all. You know what I mean? Cause I think the whole shit was dope.
I think,
But out of the moments that touched me, you can tell like, these motherfuckers needed this money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit changed their life. For sure.
It was probably different cause it was actually like stacks of cash.
Yeah, that shit was bands. Literally.
You know what I mean? When you see somebody getting like a bunch of fucking money.
Yeah.
Versus, I mean, it's the same. The money gonna spend whether you give it to me on a damn rush card or you give me a stack. But I think the actual visual of him giving out all these bands of money was just like, damn, like.
That shit was hard.
That shit was
nigga pulling
crazy.
Up in cars, all type of shit, man. Shout out to Drake, man.
Shout out to Drake for that. How do you feel about people, publicizing acts of kindness?
I've never been one for that shit. That shit is corny as fuck to me. Like, I've never been the one to, like, if I'm gonna do some shit for you, I'm not doing it for notoriety or fucking you know what I mean? No attention. That shit is corny as fuck. Like, I'm not going to Walmart. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but like, I'm not purposely, publicizing. That shit is kind of corny to me. You know what I'm saying? But this was artistically done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was dope because I think it's gonna resonate with people like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker can do whatever and has all the means to do whatever, and he ain't have to do shit for these people. So, like, the way he did it was artistic in a way, and then obviously it's just philanthropic too. But I think it was dope. But just like when you're doing some shit for a motherfucker, like, if you go to Walmart and do some shit, like, don't Snapchat the shit that you paying for somebody, you know what I mean? That shit, like, that shit is corny, you know what I mean, to me.
Yeah, you know what I said? I had a conversation, I was having this same conversation with somebody else, and I always had this thing that, I thought like, alright, like, why you gotta put everything on there? But on the flip side, the thing about it is the world that we live in, niggas only want to do what other niggas is doing.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Monkey do.
So,
monkey see, monkey
you know what I'm saying? So, if me or Drake or you or whomever Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, doing some nice shit and doing nice shit for people become the thing to post on Instagram, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess, I got you.
Cause people are, they want to follow whatever the trends is. Look, I feel like Hove just got started niggas claiming they kids. All of a sudden, all these rappers got all these kids that they put on their fucking Instagram and shit. Think about it. Before all this shit, rappers didn't have wives or kids.
Yeah, that's true.
And they had wives and kids. You know what I mean? Yeah, so they want to do whatever is popping.
Hove is a trendsetter. Like, that nigga told niggas to stop wearing button-ups and, stop wearing jerseys, and niggas started wearing, like, he's goddamn God MC for real. Like, he waves his finger and motherfuckers do shit. But Drake's kind of that way too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's certain shit that people want to do, but with Drake, I think shit like this, I think the shit that puts Drake into that superstar category, people want to do. But other than that, I don't feel like niggas really following Drake as far as like culturally. Ain't nobody trying to dress like Drake. Ain't nobody, trying to act like Drake. You know what I'm saying? But I do think the shit that he do,
shit, he got going crazy, and the OVO,
definitely.
And shit. So I think it's just a different
business
game.
Wise, most definitely. Business wise, most definitely. I would never take that from Drake. But I think the difference between a Drake and a Hove, and the thing Drake, I don't foresee Drake ever having, is just like that personal thing. Like, niggas not sitting around wanting to be like Drake.
Well, Drake's not as cool as Hove, though. Hove always been a cool nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Drake's not cool.
Yeah, he's just not a cool nigga like
He's
Hove.
Dope, but he not cool.
Yeah, he's just not, like, he's never been like, goddamn, that nigga cool as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Drake still can't dress, like, to this day.
Yeah, my boy I don't know what the fuck bro be doing.
I read some article about Drake, and he was pissed off because he couldn't wear like this leather what you call like the puffy ass coat, like a leather puffy ass coat, and the editor was like, this our spring edition, like we can't have you wearing that shit, like, but he was determined, like, I want to wear this shit. You know what I mean? Like, nigga can't dress.
He's from Canada. He cold blooded.
Is it cold in Canada? I've never been to Canada. I want to go to Canada. You been to Canada?
Nah, I haven't. My old lady been to Canada though, but I heard it's super dope. I want to go. My couple of my homeboys went. Niggas went to Carabana and shit in Toronto and shit for summertime. I heard that shit is incredibly dope. It's like from what I heard, Toronto like a baby New York, but it's like cooler. You can smoke bud.
It's cooler and whiter and cleaner.
Yeah. Actually, it's not. Well, I guess it is more white, but it's still like a lot of, you know, they got that fucking Jamaican and West Indian.
Yeah, they got a lot of West Indians there.
So they got that influence. So I heard
that's why Drake think he can be West Indian when he feel like it.
Culture vulture. Shout out to Drake though.
For sure. If you had $1 million and had to do something for charity, what would you do with it?
I don't know, man. That's a great question. I have no idea. I think people deserve homes and food and shit and education. Yeah. So I would probably, I like the shit that J. Cole did a couple of albums ago when he did that Forest Hills Drive. Like he bought his old house and like help people. I think that's what I would probably do. Like I would probably like get, you know, a bunch of properties and help people. Like they would have certain responsibilities, but they wouldn't have to pay necessarily no rent, but they would have to, you know, save money and like kind of, you know,
it's like with people. Stipulations. Yeah, I can help you with stipulations.
Basically give some people some financial
you basically want to lead them. You want to lead them to the water.
Yeah, I want to teach. I want to teach them how to fish. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to help them with like, you know, like they ain't got to pay rent, but you got to, you know, pay your water bill. You got to save X amount of dollars within a certain amount of time. So I think I would try to do some shit like that, like teach financial literacy, because obviously black people don't.
That's important.
Hell yeah,
that is important, my nigga.
That shit is a plague in the black community. You know what I mean?
They need to revamp I feel like they need to revamp the whole educational system.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like our education system, we've been learning the same shit since the beginning of time. Like we got apps for that.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't need to know about the fucking molecules that make up grass. Yeah. I don't need to know a lot of this shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't use this shit in my day to day. The shit we do need to know is how to read tax codes. What about mortgages?
Yep.
What about credit? You know what I'm saying? How do you pay bills? Like
I had a class.
I mean, it's just a lot of shit that people need.
I had a class in high school. It was called Tech Math, and this was many moons ago, clearly, but it was dope. One, because I had a dope teacher, but at the same time, it taught you about balancing your checkbooks. It was tech math, so it was life math essentially, like balancing your checkbook.
Yeah.
You know, doing your taxes. Again, I don't remember. I guess I do remember some of that shit, but like it was more life skills versus like goddamn what's the square root of 77. For
yeah, no like I can put that in my phone, my nigga. Like I don't need to know that.
So,
like it's certain specialties you need for certain occupations, and that's when you go to school for that particular occupation. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like we learn a lot of shit that we don't have to know, and then you know, white people, they know about a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So they teach it to their kids, you know what I'm saying? And,
it's generational.
you know, our parents couldn't teach it. I mean, I don't want to speak to your parents, but I'm just saying in general, our parents can't teach us this stuff because they didn't know this type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Our parents still got, our credit still fucked up because of our parents putting light bills and shit in my
true.
name. You know what I'm saying? Because
true. Still got Showtime in my name.
Shit, that's real shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think, like, I know a lot of people that aren't financially literate can't save, you know what I'm saying? Can't save $1 or put, you know what I'm saying? Just robbing Peter to pay Paul, and that shit, I think that shit plays our people so much. So I think if I was able to have $1 million, I would try to figure out a way to incorporate financial literacy so that we could try to dig ourselves out that hole, even if it's 1 to 2 people, you know what I'm saying? Just so that would trickle down.
Each one
that's
counts,
what
man.
Trickle down economics is essentially, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I think I'd do if I had the means to do so. And one of my homeboys, shout out my nigga Cole, he do a lot of stuff around the city, you know what I'm saying? He doing some stuff, and he did, most recently he went to a homeless shelter, and he like did fish plates, had a lot of people donate some clothes, and he also had like some one of the local barbers, shout out my homeboy Glenn, he came through and just gave, you know, like it was a men's shelter, so he gave, you know, a lot of men, white, black, otherwise, haircuts, you know, because as a man, like getting a haircut is, you can have the most fucked up day in the world, but getting a cut, getting a fresh line, getting a fresh beard, that shit will change your day and your outlook and your attitude.
Listen, I think that's black people, period. Male or female, you know what I'm saying? You got your hair done, your eyebrows looking decent, you out here in these streets, you know what I mean? Like, you good. If I had $1 million, I think, like off something that was just immediate, I would definitely pay some tuitions because, Student loans is a bitch.
Fuck that shit.
My shits is mega. Yeah. You know what I mean? It costs to get a master's degree.
It costs, and I ain't got no goddamn degree. I just went for a couple months.
And you got 3 kids, so you need to worry about that. But on like a more long-term thing, if I had $1 million, I would want to do more so of an experiment where I take some kids that's like in 5th or 6th grade and take them on through, like, I don't know, maybe like 10 kids. I don't know what $1 million in 6 years would do. Right. But if I had like 10 kids, start them in elementary school and just expose them to different shit. Yeah. Take them, you know, to see different places, to experience different people, different cultures and shit like that. Because one of my things is I feel like a lot of kids can't dream because they don't know what to dream about. You know what I mean? They only see they either see the shit that they see in their neighborhood or the shit that they see on Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Or so fucking hip hop or some stupid shit like
that. Yeah, like shit like that, but it ain't like, you know, reality. So they feel like they can only be a rapper, a ball player, a drug dealer, you know what I'm saying? Or a thot, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know, Fashion trying to get model. Money or whatever. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? So right, and I feel like that's kind of one of the things that kind of saved me, for, you know, lack of better words, because I was always in programs. I had different mentors. I had a mentor that was a divorce attorney, and she would come pick me up in her fucking drop top fucking I don't even know what kind of red sports car it was. I just remember it was a drop top red sports car, and I was like, yo, this shit is lit. I'm definitely about to be a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And I went to school for pre-law and shit like that, but shit like that make a difference. You know what I'm saying? When you go around kids that's different from you, when you go places that's different. And I would want to see if, you know, over that 6 years, by the time it's time for them to get to college, what type of GPAs they got. You know what I'm saying? Are they striving, you know what I mean, to have more or whatever? But that's been my little, you know what I mean, I'm gonna wrap all that up, but that's been my little dream forever. And I'm just like, yo, when I get to a place where I can start doing that, I'm definitely about to do that. But I was definitely in a lot of programs and shit, but I don't even think we need to do really lit or shit on this shit, because I'm sure we both agree that this is lit. Yeah,
absolutely. Shout out to Drake.
This is lit. Shout out to Drake.
Shout out to anybody doing anything for our community. How about that?
Drake said he wants y'all to do something kind. And, you know, I've always been like that, like, do whatever I can. I might, you know, it only take a little bit to make somebody date.
Nigga,
you know what I mean?
Like, pay for your Chick-fil-A in the drive-thru? That shit feel like, god damn. Like, thank you.
Nigga, I had somebody pay for my toll. That was $1. Yeah. At one time, and I was like it was like a real toll where you go in, you drop the motherfucking cash, not like no speed pass type shit. Right. And the person was like, the person in front of you paid. So when I was on my way back through that same toll, I paid for the person behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just play the shit forward. Yeah, and it make you have a good day. I'll be in the store, I see somebody got a drink or whatever, I'm like, I got they drink. It could be anybody, you know what I'm saying? And it make your day. You know what I'm saying? Do something nice, people.
Do something nice.
We gonna say Drake's God Plan video, it definitely made the video, and we both gonna say that shit was lit.
Absolutely. Shout out Drake.
Shout out to Drake. Moving on to the next little shit topic. We got to talk about this. I know that we recorded 2 weeks ago, and this happened the day after we recorded, but I still got to talk about this shit, and that's that Quincy Jones Vulture interview.
Oh, that shit was so dope. Shout out to Quincy Senile Jones. He won't senile. That nigga was real. Like, he ain't give a fuck. What the fuck y'all gonna do?
Something. So if y'all not familiar with this Quincy Jones for the magazine, is it a magazine or is it just an online joint?
Not sure.
Online magazine.
Not sure.
Vulture.
I'm not sure.
But it's on Vulture. You can Google Quincy Jones Vulture interview. You had to be living under a rock if you ain't heard about this, because that nigga spilled some tea. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give y'all some quick highlights, because he basically talked about anything and everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That shit wasn't no tea. That was some coffee.
Hey, for real. That Earl Grey mixed with that Starbucks. That nigga mixed with that Colombian coffee.
That nigga had some scotch in that bitch too.
Hell yeah. Some Kahlua or straight scotch?
That shit was scotch. That shit was some goddamn, some 1972 scotch. That nigga ain't give a fuck.
Aged scotch. 85-year-old aged scotch.
Shit, yeah.
So, I'm gonna give y'all some quick highlights. So, he said that Michael Jackson stole music. He was greedy. that he thought Michael Jackson, the reasons for Michael Jackson's plastic surgery was some BS. Mike tried to blame it on his disease.
Nigga said he bullshit.
Motherfucking Quincy said, fuck that. That nigga was lying. Yeah. He said that, Prince tried to run over Michael Jackson. Them niggas was beefing. Could you imagine a nigga with a monkey and a nigga in some heels fighting? That shit is funny
Lambo.
To me.
Nigga, I mean, a purple goddamn, imagine getting ran over by a purple goddamn, fucking
I would rather get ran over by a purple Lambo than like a purple Honda.
I mean, a purple limo. Like, that shit had, you know, them shit back in the day had the spoilers and shit. That shit was probably
it was a limo.
Yeah, it was a limo. It wasn't even, I don't know why I said limo.
And them joints was long as shit.
Yeah. That shit was metal as fuck.
He was all over the place. He said that, like the interview was real crazy when you read it, cause he's literally all over the place. He said he know who killed Kennedy, John F. Kennedy. It was this, gangster named, Sam. Yeah, Chyna, that's his name?
Yes.
Yeah. He said that the Beatles was the worst musicians. He said that, he knows somebody that plays and sounds just like Jimi Hendrix. And this nigga said Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft. Yeah.
And he had,
that
Jimi
shit was
Hendrix
funny.
Scared to come in there. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was playing so dope. That nigga had a nigga, and like, you don't even think about that. That shit's hard.
Y'all need to take this in. The co-founder of Microsoft, white man, plays better than Jimi Hendrix. And it sounds just like Jimi Hendrix. He called Brett Ratner and Harvey Weinstein some jive motherfuckers. He said Trump was a crazy motherfucker with that was limited mentally. Agreed that he's, and this word is gonna kill me cause I've been trying to say this shit. Megalomanic.
Yeah, that's a cold word.
And that just basically mean that he, he called them narcissistic, which those can be used interchangeably because he just feel like he an egomaniac. Like everybody knows that. He said he can't stand them. He used to date Ivanka, which is Trump's daughter. He said that his daughter Kedada said that Ivanka wanted to go out with him, and his quote is, "No problem. She fine in a motherfucker."
She has some nice legs.
He said, right. She had the best legs he ever saw, but wrong father though. That's what he said. The reporter asked them, what's something that you worked on that should have been bigger? He said, what the fuck are you talking about? I've never had that problem. Everything I do is big.
Yeah.
Hey, this whole joint had me cracking up, but I feel like the most, trend-worthy topic was that Marlon Brando was a charming motherfucker and he used to fuck your faves, which would be James Baldwin, but we knew James Baldwin was gay. Richard Pryor and Marvin Gaye, my nigga. Like, Marvin Gaye?
That's why his daddy killed him, I think. He probably found out he was gay.
You think so?
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
That's a plot twist. And that would make sense.
Yeah, I mean.
That would make sense. So Let's Get It On was like.
Nigga, let's not.
Power top music?
Jesus Christ. I guess so.
No. Yeah, I remember that song from how old is Let's Get It On? Because I feel like it's been around my whole life.
I want to say that shit was like, because Marvin Gaye he died in like 86, I believe, 87, some shit like that. So I think. Yeah. So that shit was maybe like late 70s, early 80s. Had to be.
Yeah, I'm like, it's been around my whole life. I didn't know that, Marvin Gaye, and then since this story came out, you know, motherfuckers been saying like, yeah, Richard Pryor used to say a bunch of gay shit in his comedy.
He said he sucked mad dick, and I think it was that Saturday Night Live shit. I mean, Saturday Night on the Strip or whatever, where he had the red suit on with the black shit. He said that shit.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know a lot of Richard Pryor shit. I've never watched a bunch of Richard Pryor. I know Richard Pryor, and I know like some key joints, but I can't say that I'm a Richard Pryor historian. That was kind of
he used to get so high that
time as well.
Dick. Like he
smoke dick. Oh man!
Yeah, he used to smoke dick. That nigga said it. Because Richard Pryor had a crazy.
So did we think it was funny? So we thought it was jokes. And when I say we, I mean black people.
Yeah, I mean
we thought it was
with
jokes.
a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew he got high, but that shit, like, I mean, shit, yeah. That nigga used to get busy. Like, literally, he used to be bisexual. Nigga used to fuck niggas and bitches. And be high as fuck.
Damn.
Richard Pryor.
I know his wife said he would, his wife basically confirmed it. Like, the nigga would fuck, he used to be so high, he'll fuck a radiator and send it flowers the next day.
That nigga used to be high like that. I seen a special on that nigga, bro. That nigga, when he set himself on fire and shit, he had seen a monk. Like, the nigga was fucked up. He said him and his man had drank like a half a gallon of Quavo. And, they was watching a monk, like a peaceful protest, and a monk just like set himself on fire, like was in the middle of whatever they was doing in India or Tibet or some stupid shit like that. Set like
India, Tibet, or some stupid shit.
Like the nigga just sat down, like, you know what I'm saying, and lit his the little orange little thing that they be wearing and shit. Just lit himself on fire and sat down, like, but that won't shit. And he was like, his man was like, they were freebasing and shit, you know what I'm saying? This one they was smoking crack.
Freebasing. Yeah, they was doing everything.
Them niggas was getting super high, you know what I'm saying? He was like, the nigga went to the back and he said, nigga, next thing he know, he just seen a fireball coming from the back shit. That's when Richard Pryor set himself on fucking fire. Like, the nigga was so fucked up, he just got inspired by the damn monk and set himself on fucking fire. Like,
you got inspired to do some dumb shit.
Yeah, nigga was freebasing and shit, and I don't know, but that nigga Richard Pryor was a crazy motherfucker, Jack.
So this has inspired me to go back and really listen to some Richard Pryor shit. Cause I really feel like, as far as comedians go, in my recollection of comedians, I feel like the first comedian of like back in the day that I probably watched they stuff or snuck and watched they stuff, cause my parents used to watch it, was probably like Eddie Murphy. You know what I mean?
My daddy used to
remember
listen to a lot of Pryor, so like, yeah, my daddy, like, he used to have the Sunset Strip shit, whatever the fuck, Live on Sunset.
I'm gonna watch that shit.
It was cool. Like, I guess it was revolutionary for that time, cause it was like, they, you know, herald him as the greatest or whatever. And I mean, it's a little different cause it's a little outdated. I mean, comedy don't get outdated, but it's a little outdated for me. So like, I remember it from being a kid, but, you probably won't, it ain't gonna bust you, like, it ain't gonna have you know, rolling or whatnot, but it's still good. Gotcha. It's still good to look at cause everybody else reveres him so much, you know what I'm saying?
Do we believe all this tea that Quincy spilled? Absolutely. Or do we feel like, you know, when old people get old, right? Like, I don't know what the certain age is, but it's a certain age where
don't give a fuck,
old people don't give a fuck. And what are you gonna do to me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gonna kill me?
Or is it dementia?
Nah.
Like, is it I don't give a fuck, or is it dementia?
I think he was very clear and concise in my opinion, like, cause even.
I feel like he was all over the place.
He was, I mean, I don't know, like, he was just like, he
asked that nigga like, do you like Brazilian music?
Yeah.
Like, they was talking about some other shit.
But I think he was testing dude, cause like, when he was talking, like, cause the dude is apparently, you know, like, I don't know, I guess he's world renowned as far as his musical ability and his musical prowess or whatnot. So he was testing dude, I think. Yeah, it was a little off topic, but even when he got on certain topics, like, it was pretty clear and concise. Like, when he talked about the Richard Pryor shit, when he talked about Michael Jackson, when he talked about the Ringo Starr shit and how the nigga was trash and all that, I felt like it was coming from an honest place. Like, he just probably was, like, the nigga was asking him some shit he didn't feel like talking about, so he transitioned the conversation how he wanted to, you know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, I think he 100, and I think every last bit of that shit was real.
I don't know. I'm on the fence about some of the stuff. I don't know, but I don't have any reason to doubt him. Yeah. I think one of my problems are that I feel like, well, in my mind, cause it's not like I've listened to a whole bunch of fucking Quincy Jones interviews, you know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I thought he was a different person. I thought he was like this more regal type dude, and now he in this bitch like, nah, fuck that shit. Like,
Quincy a real nigga. That nigga told them bitches.
I didn't know he was a real nigga.
Cyndi Lauper was trying to fuck up the goddamn We Are the World and shit. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, get the fuck
He was like, do your part and bounce, ho.
Get the fuck out of here. I got Michael Jackson in
Hey,
there.
he dropped some fucking jewels.
Shout out to Quincy.
So was the Marvin Gaye, Richard Pryor shit the most shocking to you, or was it another part?
I said, God damn. Like, I mean, the James Baldwin, we know he's sweet, but like, I don't know, Marlon Brando, the Godfather.
Did we know Marlon Brando was sweet?
I ain't really know shit outside of Marlon Brando besides from the Godfather. You know what I'm saying? Like, from what I've heard in the media.
The Godfather was
that shit. That
smoking
was the only thing
cigars and dick.
Like, that's the only thing that I really knew him from. But apparently, like, that nigga was that, like, back in them days.
Like that nigga back in the day.
Marlon Brando was that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was goddamn, like, you know, the Leonardo DiCaprio of the day or some shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw some old pictures of him. I think I only really knew like the fat bloated Marlon Brando.
I ain't know shit about him.
I saw some pictures of him back in the day. You know, everybody was like, nah, Marlon Brando was attractive. Like, he was an attractive dude. I mean, as far as white dudes go, I guess he was, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, when y'all niggas, I'm gonna say y'all niggas, cause I ain't one of them niggas, when y'all got y'all Godfathers, Scarface, all these gangsters, fucking Italian gangster posters up, just like y'all nigga Birdman, like, y'all admire all these gangsters.
Watch Birdman movie. You know Birdman movie is dope. Y'all should check it out. Free Weezy, but Birdman movie dope. It's on Apple Music.
What is the Birdman movie about?
That shit is about, it's called Before Anything. And you gotta, like, when you listen, when you read it, you gotta put your Birdman voice on. But it's basically like the very beginning of like his whole existence. You know what I'm saying?
It's on Netflix? Where is it?
Nah, it's on Apple Music. Shit hard. Like, it's,
oh, you did say that. You did say Apple
Music. It's super
Music.
dope. Like, I just like documentaries, one, and then it's hip hop too. So like it's basically like how he started. You know what I'm saying? Like from his pops. His pops had like 15 kids before, like his daddy old as fuck, you know what I'm saying? His daddy was like, 50 when he had him, you know what I'm saying? So,
oh, that's probably why he fucked up. That old sperm be fucking niggas
But his
up.
daddy was a hustler though, so like you see how Birdman a hustler, cause like his daddy had like grocery stores.
Part hustler, part scammer. Go ahead.
Shit, hustler.
I'll let you finish.
I mean, hustler, that nigga.
He ain't gave Wayne his money.
I mean, he Free Weezy for sure, but at the same time, that nigga made it from like nothing. Like when you see the shit, you'll see it. It's really dope. Like, cause that nigga signed for $100 million with Universal off of the rip. You know what I mean? When Juvie and them came, like he signed off the rip for 100 and had 80% control. It was just a straight partnership. Niggas weren't giving out them deals. So like, he went from selling crack, a whole lot of crack, to not doing that shit. His brother got killed, and then that nigga made a change and started trapping fucking music and took over. That shit's super dope. Like, that shit's super dope.
I would definitely watch it. But you know, if for a person like me, it's hard for me to give you props if you ain't sharing the money how it's supposed to be shared.
I agree.
You know
I mean, he a shrewd businessman, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But niggas got issues with Puff. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like that, you know what I mean?
Don't nobody fuck with Puff. Yeah. Like, don't nobody fuck with Puff as far as artists being signed to Bad Boy Music. Like, even to this day, if you see somebody that signed to Bad Boy Music, you like, they ain't getting paid. Yeah, I mean, I feel like French getting paid in Instagram posts.
I don't know if French getting money though. He got his own fucking Ciroc now. He made French Vanilla, so I don't know. But shout out to Birdman. That shit was hard. You can check it out. It's on Apple Music. I think you'll like it.
That's what's up. Why you think Quincy coming out with this shit now?
I don't know. I think they just asked him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
You think it was somebody who never asked him? Because here's the thing, and this is why I can't really get on board with I'm directing this how Quincy directing this how he wants to, because a lot of that shit, a lot of them questions came from the shit that Quincy was talking about. He didn't come and say, so how was Cyndi Lauper fucking shit up? Or did Marvin Gaye have a dick in his ass? Like, he was not asking Quincy these fucking questions. They weren't targeted questions,
but I mean, shit, you know, when you old and shit, you got all this shit, like, you gotta understand this man life, like, the lives we lead ain't nothing like Quincy Jones' life. This nigga was sitting in there with Michael Jackson. So his stories that we got, like, we got some wild stories just amongst us and our friends.
B, if I ask you how was your day, you ain't gonna be like, yeah, my homeboy took a dick in the ass. What? Like, what the fuck? How did we get here, my nigga?
Touche.
How did we get here?
That's all just Marlon like Brando, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it won't get. You know what? Like, my homeboy want Marlon Brando. Dude got them Marlon Brando. I was like, you know Marlon Brando, the Godfather. That nigga was fucking the shit out of Richard Pryor.
Hey, then he said he knew who killed JFK, man. I was like,
well, he asked him, he was like, what's it was kind of like, you wish you didn't know? And he was like, I wish I didn't know who killed JFK. He was like, who killed JFK? You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
So like, you set me up, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't ask me no shit, nigga. Don't goddamn, hey, I wish I didn't know who killed JFK. He was like, who killed JFK? Giacomo. What?
Like, this shit been haunting me for years.
You asked, nigga.
It was kind of like T Tourette's. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, nigga, what?
That's what he said.
Oh, yo, so we gonna wrap Quincy Jones up. Quincy Jones' Vulture interview was lit or shit.
I enjoyed every last second of that motherfucker.
I'm definitely going with lit, and I encourage Quincy Jones to do more interviews, just period.
For sure.
Because if he let out that amount of tea, I'm sure he got more in that 85-year-old body.
We need a documentary Netflix. Hey, Monique, my love. Can you get the Netflix people to call Quincy so we can set up some shit?
Hey, nah, she gonna be pissed as shit because they giving Quincy Jones $10 million off the break for a lease store. Yeah. Off the breaks, even if he making this shit up.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'll watch that motherfucker for
sure. He gonna be like, yeah, Monique sucked Abraham Lincoln dick. We gonna be like, what?
Yeah, at her grandma's house with the old ass.
At the grandma's house.
Baltimore Row house.
You see them pictures in the back in the old frame with Monique sucking Abraham Lincoln dick.
That's how they got free. That's how the slaves got free.
Oh, you crazy. Alright, next subject. So we got 2 lits. We doing pretty good right now. So yesterday, and we're recording this on a Tuesday. So yesterday, everybody was excited about, Black Panther, and it was funny because I saw a meme that said we went from Black Panther to Black Ink to Black Chyna. Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. FYI, I feel like I'll be saying that too late in the podcast. But we talked about Wakanda, and Black Panther, so I feel like I should get my pass for not saying Happy Black History Month. So 2 alleged, sex tapes came out, starring your favorite thought, Blac Chyna. One is of her unenthusiastically sucking an eggplant. And the other was her allegedly riding an eggplant mediocrely.
I didn't see that one.
So the second video of her riding it is supposed to be not her. They say it's this other chick that kind of looked like her.
Okay, so let's find that.
So we just gonna let that one slide.
Tag me
but she did tag me. I bet I'll tag you. Cause I save everything I want to talk about in a certain folder on my Instagram. Did you know you can save stuff in folders?
Absolutely not. Shout out to you.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Come with the territory. So we gonna focus on that first video of her sucking this dick, like, get it out my way, like, whatever. And then, not only that, Donna from Blac Ink, you say you don't watch Blac Ink, right?
I follow Blac Ink sometimes, occasionally.
Okay, but you know the characters.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so Donna from Blac Ink, was filmed in a public bathroom. I just want you to know, public bathroom. Public.
Tag me in that.
Bathroom, getting hit from the back by her co-star Alex, who goes by the name Vagina Slayer.
Tag me in that.
Not only was he hitting her from the back in a public bathroom, he was rolling up a blunt in the process.
Tag me in that, please.
So he licking a blunt and he just fucking her, and Donna throwing it back. Now, I want to say that I've been documented on this podcast as saying, I feel like Donna always looked like she got an STD. Like, she just looked unclean to me. Like,
she's
done smashed everybody in Blac Ink. She done smashed Walt. She done smashed Teddy. She smashed Oh Shit. She smashed motherfucking, Duchess. She smashed the new girl with the blue hair. I can't remember her name. Like, she done went through her whole co-worker staff, and it's not like she work in a company of 60,000. She work in a company of 6. Yeah. So she done smashed like 80% of the staff, and I'm sure probably Caesar done probably smashed because he seemed like the type. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? My question is sex tapes really a big deal anymore?
All right. Well, first,
do you feel like they're a big deal?
Well, first and foremost, from the Council of Wakanda, we are removing Blac Chyna from Wakanda for that mediocre head. That was some 6th grade head, and she is
6th grade head. That sound perverted. Let's move that up. High school.
Motherfuckers was getting head in 6th grade, and that shit was trash. Looking back, but
oh wow,
yeah, she was real.
That expressed by B Hill is not that of the ain't shit show.
Real niggas know you was getting head in 6th, 7th grade. Anyway, and that shit was mediocre. Her shit was
please. Hey, fathers hug your daughters.
Yeah,
Go
no
ahead.
doubt. It was very lackluster, very unenthusiastic. I was very disappointed. You've been in the sex industry for far too long to be performing in such a manner. So, she
is definitely a sex worker.
Yeah, you were definitely removed from Wakanda. Secondly, like to say that sex tapes, I mean, porn is like, Tasty Blacs
free
is there.
99.
Yeah, it's there. So
Tasty
Blacs. Shout out to Tasty Blacs one time.
Tasty Blacs, we need
sponsorship.
Sponsorship.
Yes, sponsor me.
For B Hill.
Sponsor me.
For B Hill. I'm not a porn fan, but please give B Hill.
That shit is a
shit. I'll definitely endorse it though.
Hell yeah.
I'll do the commercial right before the cum shot.
Before the pearl necklace. Yeah, that shit is dope. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I mean, that shit it's everywhere. So like, you can get porn wherever. So like, they even got
So is it a publicity move when a celebrity do it?
I don't know, man. I guess. I don't know. That shit corny. I mean, like, just, if you going, cause you know a motherfucker, like, if you're a celebrity and you know a motherfucker filming you, 9 times out of 10, that shit can get leaked. Either somebody can hack into your goddamn cloud. I don't know if the people still do that shit, or you can release it on your own. Like, she ain't got shit popping. When last time Blac Chyna had some shit popping? So like,
you know what? I personally think, I don't know Blac Chyna's finances. However, the amount of niggas that she's dated with money, she's trapped Rob Kardashian, so she getting those payments. I feel like she's still getting money for being associated with the Kardashians. Her Instagram is just full of endorsements. Everything that she posts is an endorsement for something. I feel like she got enough money to not have to sell head no more, sell sex no more. I know she was a stripper. I know she started out in DC. I actually know somebody who said they used to date her back in the day before she became Blac Chyna. You know what I'm saying? Before she became the Blac Chyna. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you've been in this game long enough that you shouldn't have to sell yourself anymore.
But at the same time, like, you gotta think she a whore. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to like strippers and shit, but if you 9 times out of 10, if you get on,
listen, it's a difference between a job and a mentality. You know what I mean? Like, you could be a stripper and there's no shade to strippers. If you feel comfortable going out there shaking your body, you got it, flaunt it, do what you want to do, because niggas gonna pay.
But
you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is,
like, it's still a deficiency in there somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a bunch of bad bitches that could go and make a whole lot of money stripping, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's some type of deficiency in there somewhere, like, in your mind, to allow you to get naked for a motherfucker to show you, like, to spend. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, that's how I personally feel, because I know a lot of girls.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just feel like, I feel like, you know, I definitely would never do it or had the confidence to do it, nor would I want my child or my niece or whatever to do that.
Right.
But I feel like it's all a part of a hustle.
Yeah,
like,
I ain't knocking hustle.
If you saying a stripper, if you saying a stripper has a deficiency by, look, I got this body, and I ain't talking about the ones who got to do all these alterations to get their body. Yeah. But you know, it's women out here that got nice bodies, and so they say, you know what, I need this money, whatever. I'm trying to get through school. I'm trying to get through whatever. Boom, this a hustle. I'm gonna do this because if she got a deficiency, the nigga that's out there selling drugs and doing all other types of shit, that's a deficiency as well. Yeah. It's all a hustle. It's what do you have to get what you want.
But it's just selling your body. Like, selling your body and selling drugs or a product is totally different. You know, I mean,
how is that different? Because you making a commitment to put people in the worst place.
It's your body. Like, so you're showing, like, the intimacy of your own. Like, a woman, like, coming from a man's perspective, right? So a woman's body is one of the most precious gifts, is the most precious gift that the earth has, right? So, like, if you're willing to, like, flaunt it and goddamn expose yourself to the, like, I love strippers, super love strippers, like, love them. But if you, like, it's a certain, like, just like if you're a sex worker, like, there's a deficiency. Like, if a woman typically women aren't engineered to just be able to have sex and like have no feelings attached unless they have some type of deficiency, like be it they were raped or something. So my point is, it's kind of like, this is my opinion.
Wow.
This is my opinion. I feel like this 9 times out of 10. Again, it's always some outliers.
So how can you say, so this is what I'm getting, and correct me if I'm wrong. You saying a stripper is defective in some way because she's willing to show her body, but you're saying a man who's willing to go out here and sell drugs and break up families and have people strung out and have kids out here defending for themselves and shit, ain't no deficiency in that?
I mean, maybe, I guess, but they're doing it out of necessity.
Maybe, is it or is it not?
I don't know. I would say no, cause if you're doing it for a reason to the point where you're trying to provide for, for some people just sell dope for fun, but if you're actually trying to provide and that's the only means
that's a deficiency. If you're selling dope for fun, that's a deficiency.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying just like a stripper, I'm not saying that you can't come back from who you were, but if you willing to, if you can't say that, because I know women who just like to get naked. They just love being naked. You know what I mean? And they don't have to get paid for it. They will just, it could be a bunch of people in the house and they will just strip down because they just like being naked. Yeah, so if you just like being naked and you like, I can get paid for being naked.
That's some underlying issues.
I feel like it's a difference between showing your body and selling your body.
You're selling your body. Like it's motherfucker.
You're selling people to look at your body.
Selling your
when
body,
you're selling somebody
product.
To infiltrate your body, that's a totally different thing.
I mean, it's just different. It's a different level. I don't think it's a different thing because if I'm up there shaking my dick, right, like for money, like and motherfuckers are paying me, that's me selling my body.
Yeah, you're gay, but keep talking.
if I'm selling it to women, like I'm shaking that dick for women.
Ain't no nigga shaking his dick in a glare thong and he ain't gay.
I don't know.
That's my unpopular opinion.
That shit sound good. I don't know. I don't know any male strippers, and I've not talked to any male strippers or anything, so I don't know. But if I was shaking that dick for women, like that's honestly I'm selling my body. You know what I'm saying? It's just different levels now. Till I take it to the second level, the second degree by fucking for some money. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, or being a gigolo or whatnot, but at the same time, like there's probably a deficiency back there, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't even say that for men, because men will fuck anything 9 times out of 10. Women,
that's a deficiency.
I guess you're right. When you put
that's
it like
a deficiency. That's a deficiency because you're trying to get something somewhere. You're either trying to get your masculinity from fucking everything. You know what I'm saying? Or you are so afraid of committing to one thing, you have to go out here and fuck everything. So that's a deficiency.
Once you put it like that. But my point going to that, like, so if a woman is willing to get naked for money and for complete strangers to look at her and throw it and objectify her with money, I think that personally is a deficiency. That's just my personal opinion because like I said, I know plenty of women that could go and shake their ass and make a whole lot of money, but they just choose not to because they don't.
But that's just how comfortable you are with certain things. So it's like,
but I know women that are super comfortable, like being naked. You know what I'm saying? Like I know girls that like as soon as they
you might be super comfortable being naked, but you might not be super comfortable being naked for show.
Exactly.
For a group full of strangers.
Yeah.
But some people are perfectly comfortable being naked for a group of strangers. I feel like it's a mindset thing, right? So it goes to the question, what's the difference between a woman being a hoe? And I have this conversation all the time because I definitely believe in hoes. But then a woman being a hoe and a woman being sexually liberated, because a lot of people feel like I'm gonna get on my soapbox, and this is what I feel. I feel like if you're going to do something because you honestly just like to do it, like if I just like to fuck. Mm-hmm. Like I love it. Like I get my endorphins from that, and I fuck, 2-3 niggas in a week or whatever, and I'm being safe and I know what I'm doing and I'm not catching feelings, whatever. That's one thing. But when you out here giving your body away because for using your terminology, you have some type of deficiency or you lack of something or you didn't get hugged enough by your father, that's what turns you into a hoe. If you're seeking love through sex and sexual acts, that's a hoe to me. Yeah. How you feel about that?
I agree with some of it. But see, women in my, from my personal experience, I've dealt with a lot of women in my life. And women are hardwired to, again, there's always outliers, right? But 90%, I'll even ramp it up to say 95% of women are hardwired not to, their loyalty is unmatched. It's unwavering in most cases. So I say that to say, it's very hard for a woman to have sex, willy-nilly unless they have, underlying issues. And again, and there's always outliers, clearly, but in my experience, women
do
always
you think that women are, let me ask you this question and then we gonna move on. Right. Let me ask you this question. Do you feel like women are hardwired or women just have been taught that's the way you're supposed to act? No. You're supposed to be loyal. You're not supposed to go out here and be having sex. You're supposed to be faithful, and then you're supposed to be okay while your man go out here and have all the sex and then come back and say, I'm a man. Is it a societal thing partially, or is it a hardwired?
Partially, but I think it's very, partially, because men, traditionally, if you look biblically and all that, if you believe it or not, but men have always been this particular way. We've always been Abraham had mad wives, and mad niggas in the Bible had multiple wives. Women don't. Did
they have mad wives? Because they've always been taught that's what I'm saying. Supposed to happen. What I'm saying
is it's just hardwired. Women are hardwired to be loyal. Women, which is the reason that women are stay loyal to a nigga that's in jail for 5 to 6 years and won't fuck with nobody versus a nigga that won't even goddamn put nothing on your books. Women have this innate ability, with maternal instincts and all this other shit, to be hardwired to just stay loyal. Women don't necessarily, that's why women, when they're perceived to be hoes, women have to give themselves to a man. A man doesn't have to give themselves to a woman. A woman has to allow,
because it's free 99 and men give it out to everybody.
That's what I'm saying. So a woman has to allow a man to enter her. You have to. Oh shit! Drop the mic. A woman has to.
Oh hell!
A woman has to allow a man to enter her. So the sanctity and the sacredness of a woman is much more than that of a man, because it has to be you have to know. A woman can have sex with any man that they want at any given time. 9 times out of 10, if they want to have sex, they can have sex. Men can't necessarily have that freedom because women say no, right? She ain't up. She don't answer to you up. So, you know what I'm saying? Text shit like that. So I don't know. I just look at it from a man's perspective. Women have this. That's why I put women on the pedestal, in the sense that they have this unique, innate ability for loyalty and love that men don't necessarily have, because we're just not hardwired that way. Just speaking from being a woman for 30 plus years, from my experience of being a woman for 30 plus years, I definitely think it's a nature and a nurture type thing. I feel like a lot of women do a lot of things because that's what they've been taught. Yeah.
I definitely feel like, to agree with you, most women, I would probably give it 80%. Most women, do try to respect themselves and, be faithful to one nigga and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever their significant other is, and they try to be faithful. But I just think that, especially with times changing and shit like that, all that biblical shit, don't nobody care about that.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, if you go all the way, if you turn the pages all the way back to the beginning of time, women have, even if you look at it just from a sense of little girls and their dads, right? My little girl, or just daughters in general, in with their fathers, it's this sense of loyalty and this shit that, I can't really explain unless you have a daughter, or if you know, a little girl and how they interact with their dad. It's just something, it's a little different from the mom. My son don't give a shit, you know what I mean? He'll just be doing his own thing, but my little girl, you could tell, like, she has, I don't know, it's just this yearning. It's just, I mean, and granted, it might be the male and female type of, you know,
yeah,
thing,
I think
but it's just,
let me ask you this. Is it the male-female thing? Because I feel like your son is probably like that with his mom.
Nah.
Your son probably, your son probably fuck with his mom more than he fuck with you at this point in time.
But women always take care.
Because I was a daddy's girl.
Yeah, but women always, but even still, you're going to take care, like your brother, God forbid anything happens to your parents or your mom or anybody in your family. Like, women are the nurturers. Like, they take care of it. It's just that innate, it's just that nature and nurture thing. Like, they have this unique shit about them that just allows them, like, my daughter, when I get sick way down the line ever in my life, she gonna take care of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if, you know what I'm saying, my wife ain't there or whatever, like, she's gonna take care of me because that's just what the fuck she do. Unless, you know, I do her wrong or some shit. But 9 times out of 10, she's gonna be.
But that means you're a good father.
Yeah, but it's just,
and most fathers ain't around.
But it's just,
so that's where the deficiency,
yeah, I guess you're right,
in your words comes.
But I guess I'm likening it to the fact that women just have this unique shit about them that, like, I don't know. It's just something I can't really put my finger on it, but it's just this intangible thing about women that if cultivated
we
right,
dope.
yeah, y'all super dope, especially black women. Like, it's this
black women are definitely super
y'all
dope
cultivate
because
it right
we have to do everything.
Yeah, y'all do. Shout out, fuck yeah, that shit is amazing.
Everything, and that's because, you know, men ain't around like they supposed to be. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a whole thing.
Sorry to belabor, not to belabor that point anymore. Let's move on. Shout out to black women.
That's crazy that Donna and Blac Chyna hoe ass got us on this tangent, but those are the conversations, you know what I mean, that need to be had.
I bet they ain't have
So wrap this up real quick. Who had the best sex tape of all time?
Cherokee, the ass. All her sex tapes.
Who's Cherokee?
She's a porn star. She's amazing. Shout out to
Is
Cherokee.
she on Tasty Black?
She's fucking.
We're talking about celebrities, not who in your spank bang.
They're famous.
I don't know Cherokee. I don't watch porn.
Cherokee, Roxy Reynolds.
No, I'm saying celebrities, not porn stars. Listen,
I'm trying to think.
These the ones that come to mind, like just celebrity sex tapes that was like iconic. You had the Kim K and Ray J. You had the Paris Hilton joint. You had R. Kelly joint. You had the even Stevie J joint. My personal favorite, that was good. I feel like was the Tommy Lee and Pam Anderson joint.
I never saw it.
Was that 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, that shit was. I never saw that. I remember with Eve though, she was getting popped with when Stevie J was hitting her. She looked like she was really enjoying it. Like, out of all those that you mentioned, she was having the most fun. Like, she was enjoying it the most. Johnny Blaze.
I can't believe
Johnny Blaze
Eve used to fuck with Stevie J, and she got her a damn billionaire white man now.
Never give up,
ladies.
Never give up.
Hey, use what you got to get what you want.
Shit, yeah. She fine too. Shout out to Eve. Eve fine as shit. Like, she always kind of look weird to me, but like, I saw on some shit the other day.
She got a little slope face.
Yeah, but she's still fine though. Shout out to Eve.
If you got $1 billion and you don't look fine, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
That is a problem.
She was always cute, but like weird cute. You know what I mean? But like she was like
homegirl cute. Yeah, like my cute homegirl.
Yeah, she aged well. I mean, not like she's aged well. Shout out to Eve. Eve Pitbull in the skirt. Eve had some dope shit too. They played some shit on the radio the other day. Like, I forgot how much dope shit Eve had. She could rap. Shout out to Eve.
Yeah, so Donna and Blac Chyna sex tapes leaking. Is that little shit?
You're out of Wakanda, both of you. Get out of here.
Well, Donna was never invited. We tried to let Blac Chyna in, but you know, that was that. Yeah. So I'm definitely going with shit. Yeah. I feel like Donna need a hug, and Donna only like 25 years old. And she just looked worn out. You know what I mean?
She needs some vibranium. Shout out to Black Panther, man.
Donna need vibranium. Hey, that's funny as fuck. Alright, so we gonna hit this subject real quick, cause we ain't even really gotta talk about this, cause I already know it's gonna be shit. So LeBron James had a 17-minute interview with ESPN alongside Kevin Durant last week. LeBron discussed family, personal growth. He talked about the challenges that come with being a black public figure in America. He talked about his reaction to having nigga spray painted on his home in Los Angeles. He also discussed politics and President Trump. Whatever. So Fox News, when you hear Fox News, you already know it's about to be some shit. So Fox News' Laura Ingraham didn't appreciate LeBron talking about politics and Mayor McCheese. Ingram said that she was not interested basically in what them Negroes had to say. She called Bron and Kevin Durant barely intelligible and ungrammatical. That is ungrammatical. I don't even know if that's a word, but those are her words, not mine. She said that it's unwise to seek political advice from someone who gets paid $100 million a year to bounce a ball. Keep your political comments to yourselves and shut up and dribble. Since then, Bron has responded saying he's more than an athlete and he will not shut up and dribble. What's wrong with these white women, bruh? What is wrong with the colonizers?
The devils, man. I mean, the devil's gonna devil. You know what I mean? Like, white devil's gonna white devil, man. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, she had, nobody knows who she is at all, right? Like, so I had never heard of this white lady at all. And she made these inflammatory statements, and them bitches was all fucking bullshit just because she wanted to get some ratings for her show. Mission accomplished. Yeah. Shout out to her for doing that.
Shout out to senior citizen Tommy Loren. Yeah. That's basically right. What she was.
Senior, the elder white devil.
Right. And that's fucked up because it is, you know what I mean? Like, I know some dope white people.
Yeah, I love, like,
you know what I mean? I know a lot of dope white people, and we talk about white people a lot on this show, but you know who we talking about.
We talking
so
about
if you get offended, it's because you one of them.
Like, if you one of those joints, you know what I'm saying? That's been down for the cause, so shout out to all y'all that's always been down for the cause and shit that grew up with black people. That's
just for human decency. Exactly. It ain't even a color thing. Like, it's just like, how the fuck you gonna say some shit like that to somebody for ratings? Like, how do you lay down knowing that, you know, you basically degraded a whole race for a rating?
Yeah, I mean,
and you still ain't gonna get paid as much as your white homeboy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And she's still smoking dick in the back like everybody else.
Smoking and probably smoking black dick in the back.
Definitely smoking some the African soup bone, like my uncle called it. He's smoking that African soup bone. But fuck her. Hey, that shit is shit.
Yeah, man. Fuck that. I just really, like I said, we not gonna really spend a lot of time on this. I just wanted to bring this story up so we can send a hearty fuck you, to Laura Ingraham from the Ain't Shit Show. Yeah. You're welcome.
Enjoy.
You know what I'm saying? That was shit.
Blessings from Wakanda.
And don't ever come at us again. Blessings from Wakanda. And usually at this point in time, we'll go into Ain't Shit Shenanigans, but we're going to skip that this episode and go straight into Ain't Shit and 2 Cents. Ain't Shit and 2 Cents is our listener letter segment where we give advice to people who clearly don't mind taking advice from me, who drink a lot and be with his upper respiratory problem.
Who enjoys edibles? Who's on edibles?
He did have edibles. I'm not gonna knock his edibles.
Who's feeling groovy?
So here's the letter that we have for today. Say, hey y'all, my name is Diamond. I am a homebody and my girlfriend. Right. I don't know. She could be young. You know what I mean? Like, she could be like 21 where look, her parents saw, what's the
Players Club.
Players Club. Gosh,
or she could be in Crime Mob.
Deported from Wakanda just for not remembering Players Club.
Yeah. Or she could be in Crime Mob.
True. True. That's still probably a stripper. But she says, hello y'all, my name is Diamond. I am a homebody and my girlfriend likes to party every weekend. I like to cuddle on the couch and binge watch on shows and order pizza. She likes to get fly and get drunk and hit the streets and hit the streets and the latest hot spots in Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta. And be seen. That's not really my cup of tea, even though that's how we met a year ago. Do y'all have any suggestions on how I can get my girlfriend to chill out and stay home with me? You tripping.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? So like, what is the old adage? If you meet them, how you find them, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, if baby girl like to go out, you know what I mean? If, kind of going back from our last listener letter or whatever, there's some shit you can deal with, there's some shit you can't, you know what I mean? And, if her going out all the time and is a deal breaker, like, you might want to just go ahead and get rid of it, because clearly she ain't finna slow down. However, I would mention that communication is the key, so I definitely would say something like, hey, look, you know what I mean, can you just chill sometime? Like, give it a little stink attitude, don't give her no pussy or some shit like that, and then that may work for you. I don't know. Fresh out ideas for you, boo. I don't.
All right. Well, let me step in, because
this sounds more like your territory.
Hey, because I don't know if y'all listen to the Read podcast. Shout out to the Read podcast. They are podcast goals. They are like in over 50 countries. They done did over X amount of million of downloads. They've been doing this for 5 years though. I listen to them faithfully, but I just want to shout them out. But the reason I bring them up is because their whole thing is break up with him. And that's where B is. B be like, I mean, you can take it or be out.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, you know the answer to this shit already. You know what I mean? Like,
let me give you some sound advice, baby girl. So this is what I say. I say, you know, I'm align with B. Like, this how you met them. Yeah. First of all, y'all gotta stop catfishing people. Like, stop letting people think you somebody that you not. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, that's the thing. So this is what I've learned in my old age. Like, you know, when people act like, when you dating people and you finding out, you know, about them, I realized that when people had them initial conversations with you, like, so what do you like? What do you look for in a person? Blah, blah, blah. All they doing is trying to catfish you. They're going to conform to that person that you said that you like on a temporary basis and try to get you locked in, and then they change into the real person that they are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you can't meet her out on the scene in Atlanta, and you know, I'm out here in Atlanta and it's a lot going on in Atlanta. So you can't be like, oh, this is who I am, and then now you got on your damn Snuggie and your slippers on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that it's going to have to definitely be like a compromise. You know what I'm saying? Like, she not gonna stay in every weekend. And I'm a speak from a person who like to do shit as well. But I like to chill as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I gotta do something at least one of those days. Like, unless it's like fucked up weather, like, or I'm laid up with something, like, it really is kind of just like, all right, we need to compromise. So if she like to go out on the weekends, like maybe, you know what I'm saying, on that Friday where, you know, y'all still had that long work day, etc. That's y'all Netflix and chill day. You know what I'm saying? And then on that Saturday, y'all can do something that she like, you know, in the same vein as B, you know, you gotta have that compromise because all you're gonna do is make her unhappy if you're basically locking her up in the house, and that's not where she wants to be. But also on the flip side of that, where you letting her go out by herself, I don't know if she inviting you or not, but or she probably just over it because she know you don't like to go. But if she inviting you out, you need to go. Because these hoes in Atlanta don't have no morals. They gonna snatch your shit up.
Yeah, that's my point. I was gonna say that too. Like, yeah, you better tag along, or you know what I mean?
And maybe it's something y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of person, I don't have to, party. I don't have to party, but I like to do things. You know what I'm saying? So it could be down sipping paint, or it could be down karaoke, or it could be anything. It don't necessarily have to be partying. I don't know exactly like if your girlfriend's like straight party, but y'all need to find some type of compromise, because as she wrote to us and said, my girl always on the fucking couch, she don't be having no fun. How can I make her go out with me? We can't tell her like keep her prisoner in the street, make her get dressed every day. Yeah. So I just feel like you need to meet in the middle, because it's not gonna be just your way. And it is some good shows out here. But after you work all day, you know, I'm a work hard, play hard type person. You know what I'm saying? So I like doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta find that common ground, you know, and just talk to her, say, look, you know what I mean? All right, this shit, I don't really like you going out all the time, you know what I mean? However, I understand that you like to do your thing, but I like to chill too, you know what I mean? What the fuck because I mean, essentially when you going out all the goddamn time, you either looking for trouble or you gonna find trouble, you know what I mean? Especially if you ain't beside her, you know what I mean? So I used to do the same thing. My old lady ain't really like going out and shit. And I used to go out, but I'm from here and she ain't from here, so like it was a little different. But, you know, I had to scale it back a little bit just on the strength. I mean, not because she told me to, but it was just like, for one, it's Raleigh, so it ain't, you know what I mean? Same old shit, same old hoes. But, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, especially in Atlanta, man, that shit is, that shit is, I ain't gonna say the devil's playground, but that shit is a playground. You know what I mean?
It's
Mad
close.
monkey bars and jungle gyms, all type of hoes. You know what I mean? So, goddamn, you better be careful.
Definitely. And, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, don't portray somebody that you're not.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, I feel like that's where a lot of just relationships in general get fucked up because you basically catfish.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just be who you are. And stop telling people what you looking for because like I said, they be catfish. And it took me a long time to understand that. Mm-hmm. They say, you know, what you looking for? I'll be like, we'll just see if it's you. Yeah. Like, we'll just try you out for size. And if it don't work, then it don't work. But be you know what I'm saying? But, compromise. My final advice to you, Diamond, is just, and I feel like that's my advice all the time. Like, you need to find some type of compromise. Yeah. Cause there's two people, you know, sharing a life together and y'all gonna have differences. I don't feel like that's enough to break up over unless she do find some trouble in these streets. Mm-hmm. Which she will. Yeah. She definitely will.
For sure.
Definitely. What's your final advice to Diamond B?
Nuck if you buck.
Nuck if you buck. Nuck if you buck. What am I watching? Hey, I'm still watching this Versace murder shit.
I ain't watched that shit.
And that shit lit as fuck. And it's not even about Versace. It's about his killer.
Yeah, I believe
it's more so about his killer.
I need to watch that shit. I watched The Shy last night. I watched Homeland.
I watched The Shy too.
Yeah, The Shy good. Homeland kicked off. They started, that shit was good as fuck. If you ain't watched Homeland is the most fucking, that shit come on Showtime. That shit is the best show in the fucking world. I swear to God. Like,
I don't watch Homeland, and I have Showtime. That's my only premium channel.
Nigga, like, Homeland is that fucking, it's the most like intense anxiety filled show ever. So I've been watching that. That shit kicked back off. It was the second episode this past Sunday. I watched that yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I watched The Shy good. Fuck with that. Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
Yeah.
So Diamond, hit us back. Let us know how it works.
Yeah, watch Homeland.
And watch Homeland while you sitting at home by yourself
Nucking,
while she getting twerked on.
Nucking and bucking.
In the regular club. You ain't even gotta go to the strip club to get twerked on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we gonna move into Free Smoke. Free Smoke. That's where we talk about any hot button or personal issues. It could be anything from politics to petty. Today's topic is very relevant because we got on this earlier, and I kind of want to talk about double standards. You down to talk about double standards, B?
Yeah, let's get it.
So it's a lot of double standards for all the sexes and races and things like that. Mm-hmm. But I want to talk about a lot more so dealing with dating. Again, we talked about dating a little bit last episode, like would you date a felon? But this comes up because I've seen like a lot of stuff in the comments, and most recently I've seen Reginae, Wayne's daughter, is dating or allegedly dating wife and Lucci, who's like 10 years older than her almost, but she's only like 19. He like 27, 28 years old. You know what I'm saying? Both young, but it is a difference. And it seems like, I don't know if the double standard is because she's Wayne's daughter and we would think she would have, more supervision than that than let her date some ugly rapper that's 10 years older than her, or because there are a lot of people dating way younger people, but I feel like there is a double standard in this instance because of who her father is. But there's also a double standard when black men date younger women or versus black women dating younger men. So you have people like Rick Ross, he was dating Lyra. And we can name all types of rappers who basically date 19 and 20-year-olds.
Shit, Hov and B. Fuck.
Hov and B. That was a big age difference. Taraji is dating that ex-pro football player Kelvin Hayden, I think is his name. And he like 34 and she like 47. Gabby Union, D Wade, you know what I'm saying? And just looking at the comments on social media, people have a lot to say about that. Do you feel there is a double standard with men and women dating younger?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I never really looked too much into it because I really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're two consenting adults, like
legal,
yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, because niggas,
you got a daughter. Your daughter turned 19. She bring home a 30-year-old dude.
We're gonna have to have a conversation, you know what I mean? Like, me and him, you know what I mean, specifically, but at the same time, like, I mean, I definitely won't 30 fucking with no 19-year-old. I was married, but I mean, even when I was like, but it's weird for me, like, because it's just, like, mentally, like, them, like, a 19-year-old, like, I don't give a fuck, women mature faster and all that shit. Yeah, she might be 19 and might be mature for her age, but at best that shit is all like 23. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that
facts,
shit, you round it up to 23 cause maturity comes from living, you know what I mean? So like, granted, she may have had a hard life, but at the same time, you come with, you know what I mean? You just, life experiences teach you how to be mature and how to react to certain situations. So as a 30-year-old, me thinking back 4 years ago, if I was to deal with a 19-year-old, like, but you don't know shit about no goddamn mortgage. You don't know shit about no goddamn health insurance. You don't know shit about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So granted, I could take the time to teach you, but I'm not patient or for fuck. So I ain't got time to be trying to teach you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, you might be fine and all that, but it's just gonna be different.
You're definitely gonna be fine. You're 19, you're 20. Gravity has not taken place yet. Everything where it's supposed to be.
You ain't got stomach, none of that shit. But at the same time, like, your mind ain't together. I need your mind to have a little stretch mark on it. You know what I mean?
Yes, I need your mind to have a stretch mark on it.
But at the same time, like, when I was 16, I used to, like, I hit, like, older women all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I used to deal with a lot of older women in my day, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. I can't really call it because, I mean, I guess people told me I used to have an old soul and shit. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I could just kind of relate to anybody. And, like, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. But
would it be a difference? Let me ask you this. Would it be a difference? So you have twins, a boy and a girl, right? Would it be a difference if your 19-year-old daughter brought home a 30-year-old man versus your 19-year-old son bringing home a 30-year-old woman?
Yes. It certainly would.
That's fucked up, but I respect your truth.
It probably would.
That's like, what double standards is about.
I'd be like, damn, bro, like, she old as hell. Like, cause what I do is I pose it to him like this. Like, boom, when you 30, she gonna be 40. You know what I'm saying? And like, so, like, the tears are gonna continue to go up. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, see, but like 30-year-old.
So, but when your daughter is 30, when your daughter 30, homeboy gonna be 40.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But I do understand that only physically to a certain point, men tend to look better. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take that back because this generation, 30, 40s, and 50s is totally different.
Yeah, for sure. Cause that's the thing.
People look way different.
Hip hop has changed the world so drastically. Like I mentioned in the last shit, like how, you know, like, you know, my parents didn't listen to the shit, but now you got like my brother and my nephew, they listen to the same shit or wear the same shoes. You know what I'm saying? So hip hop has changed. Hip hop and R&B in modern day life has changed shit totally. You know what I mean? Like, so it'll be a little different. Like you could see like a 40-year-old nigga with some grades on, but he's still gonna be in a Nike tech suit. You know what I'm saying? And still would be attractive to, say, a 19-year-old, 22-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? Versus back in the day when it was our daddies and shit with a goddamn, you know what I mean, shirt tucked all in and shit, and we still hip hop. So it's like it's just a different day and age. You know what I mean? So
I think my view on this particular double standard is I feel like women chase their dads where men chase their youth.
That's it. That's it right
there. You
know
what I mean?
That's it. I couldn't have said it better. That's it. That's perfect.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I definitely like, and I'm known, you know, I I don't know. I just feel like it's a certain age. Like once, and because I'm in my 30s, maybe that's why I put 30 as the age where you should know most of the shit you gonna know. Right. You know what I mean? Like, as far as who you are and what you're trying to be. You know what I mean? Like, you get a pass when you in your 20s. Yeah. Like, once you turn 30, you don't get no pass. You can do whatever you want in your 20s, and you could be 20 fucking 9, and a motherfucker be like, they in their 20s. Soon as your 30th birthday hit, you ain't got no excuses. Ain't nobody giving you no fucking leeway to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even to be in the age I am, like, even dating a 27, 28-year-old, a lot of times there is a difference. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference, and a lot of people are very mature, and I'm not saying that, 28-year-old is young, but if you're 19 years old and you're dating a 30-year-old, I feel like that's a manipulation thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I have the problem. I don't really give a fuck about these 35-year-old women dating these 65-year-old men, because you're clearly in it for the money. Use what you got to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? But these 19-year-olds and these 30-year-olds, or these 19-year-olds and these 35-year-olds, you being manipulated, boo.
Yeah, because if you 30,
you know what I'm saying? He ain't really taking you seriously like that.
But see, because at the same, I know motherfuckers who was young as hell, like a couple of my peoples and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, baby mamas, all type of shit. They end up, like, one was older, you know what I mean? The girl was older, the lady was older, she was fine though, like, you know what I mean? So when you think about it from a man's perspective, like, when cause again, when I was 19, 18, 19 and shit, I dealt with older women, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily 30, but like 26, 27. So it was still a disparity between ages and shit. So you see a woman that got her own shit, like, cause women, they usually get their shit together way before niggas do. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of niggas that's 26, 27 still ain't got their shit together.
Nigga, I know niggas that's going on 60, no bullshit, and they still ain't got their shit together. They talking about work with me. No, nigga, you about to die. Why are you working with this man? He's about to die.
So that's my point is,
work on it at your grave.
So say you got this me 19-year-old self who, when I was 19, I had my own shit going on. It wasn't a lot of shit, but it was something going on, you know what I'm saying? However, like, it was some girls that, 25, 26, 27 that had their own car, had their own crib. I mean, maybe had a kid or not, you know what I mean? But they had shit going on. So yeah, while they looking back at it or looking away from it, they should, but I mean, a little nigga had swag. So like, you know what I mean? For real, little nigga had swag. So like, if you could see the ambition in the little nigga, like, damn, he bought his paper, you know what I'm saying? He be about his shit. He go to work, he do what he got, you know what I mean? Like, so if you see that, like, damn, you know what I mean? Little nigga got his shit going on, and I don't see no problem with it, but it's in the same breath, like, I don't know, 26 to 19, that's not, crazy disparity, but
it's crazy enough, but it's kind of like, I kind of look at, certain people and be like, yo, what are you lacking that you gotta deal with somebody like that? But I can't say out of the women that I've known that dealt with like younger men, the reason they fuck with younger men is because they can fuck better. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? Like these, women, the way sexuality works with women, we kind of get better up through a certain age. Shit, you know what I'm saying? And men, they use all their energy in their early 20s and shit, and they start to decline. Yep. So, but out of the women that I know personally who have messed with younger niggas, cause I know a bitch who used to fuck a nigga in his dorm and she was all of 30. You know what I'm saying? But it don't really seem like, and it's just out of my experience and the women that I've known, they weren't really in love with these niggas. Right. You know what I mean? They just needed them for this.
They served them need.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas I feel like older men kind of use these women as trophies. Like, look what I can get. I'm an old nigga. I'm still pulling this young bitch, but you also paying all her bills. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's not the case all the time, but it's the case, more often than not. And, I just feel like it's just funny because a nigga like Rick Ross don't need to be dating a Lyra Galore. You know what I mean? In my opinion. You know what I mean? Like that's almost a 20-year difference. Yeah. Like here's my barometer. If we can't reminisce about the same shit, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't gotta be the same exact age, but we gotta be in a fucking generation type shit. For sure. If I'm saying, yo, remember when we used to wear cross colors, and you look at me and say, what the fuck is that? That's the problem. I can't date you. You know what I'm saying? If I say, remember when TLC did XYZ, which TLC is my favorite group. Y'all know that. Or was my favorite group. They trash now. But, you know what I mean? Like, I need you to be able to relate. And the same thing with them. Like, if they come to me and they say some shit like, I don't know what the fuck. What's the name of the group that had Marcus Houston in it? Immature.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So Immature is like my sister in them generation. Even though like we the same age, I really thought he was younger. But Marcus Houston like my age. But however, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew that group. I knew when they came out. Like we could still reminisce. We still in a bracket. Right. Where we can talk about that shit. Mm-hmm. But if you don't know a world without smartphones, I can't fuck with you.
Right. Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
like if you don't know what a landline is, I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? That's some real shit.
I can't even rock.
Let me ask you about another double standard. How do you feel about black men dating white women or women outside of their race versus black women dating white men or any man outside of their race? Do you feel like it's a double standard?
It is a double standard. Me personally, I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? Love who you love. I'm all, just it kind of extends.
Do you ever look at them away?
Not really. I mean,
you lying. I feel like you lying because you too Wakanda for this.
Yeah,
like, I feel like,
cause like, yeah, that's true. I guess like black dudes. I mean, personally, like I tried to date. Dated one white girl, and that was like in high school, and that shit. Like it won't. You know what I mean? It just won't right.
Seasoned chicken.
Yeah, it won't right. Just cause we couldn't. You know what I mean? Like it was weird when I brought her to the crib. My mom and shit. That shit, it just won't right. Yeah, it was just weird. So like, cause it's just the struggles. You know what I mean? Like we just can't really. Like we can't really. Like you don't know the struggle of being black. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
But at the same time, like I can't tell you who to love. Like cause motherfucker, like cause I used to go to school in Cary, right? So I'll give you a point. I went to school in Cary for like 2 years, East Cary. So like it was maybe 15, 20 black people there. You know what I'm saying? Most of them niggas from the projects and shit. But all of my homeboys, like literally, I had like 3 main homeboys that I used to fuck with real tough. And every last one is married to two of them are married to white women. And the other one, my nigga, that nigga is not married to white woman, but he got like 50 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like he just, like he's
just
like,
a white woman collector.
That nigga he's like the
He got a middle passage of white women?
I swear to God, like he's got them white girl, like this shit is amazing. Like, and I mean, they be bad, but I always fuck with him, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like the Pied Piper of white women, but I just can't get there. Like, it's just like, I mean, I'm attracted. I've been attracted to white women. Don't get it twisted, you know what I'm saying? But like.
But you just can't relax and chill. That's my thing.
This shit is super racist. They have like a different smell, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't smell like pink oil moisturizer.
Yeah, we probably have a different smell to them, but it's just like a different, like a whole, like even down to their hygiene.
We smell like oppression.
Yeah, like I had sex with one time, like early, like way back, like when I was 20, 21 something. And like I gave her a towel to wash up, and they don't use towels, like they don't use wash rags. God. So I gave her like a wash rag and some soap, and this motherfucker was she just brought back the soap with the rag, and the rag was dry. And I was like,
she Febrezed
I was like, wait a minute. Like, did you? So then questions started to pose.
You didn't know white women got self-cleaning vaginas?
So I was like, so did she run the soap in betwixt her, as the old folks say, in betwixt? Like, so what happened? How exactly? I don't know. So at that point I was like, you know what? This shit isn't for me. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know.
Here's my perception. I'm gonna give you what I perceive from the internet and what I personally think myself. So when a black man is dating a woman outside of his race, 9 times out of 10 he got a black baby mama and a whole bunch of other black women, and now he done made it, and now he done got this other as a trophy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the status symbol. Yeah. Like I got this other. Yeah. And they might not necessarily be white, but they definitely ain't black. Yeah. You know what I mean? You get you a Kim K, in the words of Kanye, when you get on, you leave her ass for a white girl. Yeah. And that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I see women on the blogs and comment and it's like, yeah, of course you would get a black woman, I mean, a white woman, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. And most of these are really unattractive men with these white women. But when I see a black woman dating a white man, and we're talking about like, famous people.
Yeah.
You hear women go, girl, yeah, do you, cause these black niggas ain't shit anyway. And I feel like when black women, and we're talking about celebrities right now, I'm gonna get to the regular people. When you see a black woman with a white man, he's usually like a rich ass motherfucker or some shit. We just talked about Eve, right? Like he usually like an upgrade. But you see the black man with the white woman and it's like she ain't got shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like she might have some money to get some surgeries, but yeah, I mean, that's about it. So like, it's just like, they applaud black women for just being like, cause these niggas ain't shit, like you might as well go somewhere else.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know I got a couple white homeboys. Actually, I got several, I got about 3 or 4 white dudes that like have black women and shit, but they all cool as fuck though. So like, I don't know, man. Like, they're not necessarily like, they don't act black, like they're not wiggers or whatever the fuck the term is, but like they just cool white dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like just regular, like not like, you know, like obviously no.
I feel like for a white woman, a black woman like you, like, nah, let me take that back. Yeah. I was gonna say you have to have some type of swag, but if you a square, you attracted to a square.
Yeah, that's true.
Cause I know a lot of square, I ain't gonna say a lot, but I know a good handful of black women that I feel like are squares. Yeah. And they definitely, and you look at them, like you can see a black man or a black woman and you can look at them and be like, all right, I see why you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, and I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying double standards and stereotypes, right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, you know what I'm saying, somebody see somebody, you see a gay woman, you just like, you too fine to be gay. Like, you shouldn't be gay. Definitely. You know what I mean? And or you can look at somebody and be like, oh, I see why you gay. Yeah. I mean, I'm just talking, again, I'm talking about, you know, stereotypes. As far as regular people, I definitely feel like, when I look at, black people dating white people, I see majority of them and not all of them. But you can take this how you want to. I feel like white people are less hostile. I feel like they are less, and I feel like hostile was the wrong word to use. I feel like they're more, we are very strong people, right? We are very opinionated with what we do, and a lot of times with black women and black men or two black people dating, we collide because we on a lot of principle shit. We on a you not gonna do this fucking shit. We on a lot of respect type shit, and I feel like white people are a little more docile.
Right, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh yeah, she can run over him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you see that, like, oh yeah, she can run over him. She's the type of person that needs somebody that she can run over. Right. Or he's the type of nigga who needs somebody not gonna question him when he come in late at night. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or he gonna fuck everything out there and she not gonna ask him no questions because she don't want to make him mad. Right. And us as black women or as black people, we don't give a fuck about making you mad, my nigga. Yeah. For sure. Like, we gonna do this right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like that's a big double standard, because I've known women who have been bisexual, and I've asked them, and they've dated, like, I know some women who are equal opportunity employers, and that's what I call them, like, whoever they like, you know what I mean? And I done asked a couple of them, I was just like, did your family have a bigger problem with you dating women or dating white people or white men? And they said white, 100%.
Yeah, this is different.
Like, they had way more problems with that.
This is, I think, obviously, I mean, just for the racial tensions and shit like that, that the country's steeped in, I think it's always going to be that issue. And I'm sure if you, like, white people have the same issues with black people, but then, you know, you break down.
I think it's even worse.
Yeah, it's way worse, obviously. But I don't know, man, that shit, like, I don't know. That shit is an uncomfortable thing for black people to bring home white women. You know what I'm saying? Or white people, because you know what I mean? Just because of the oppression and shit that has, you know, that we're steeped in. So that shit, I think I'd maybe give it 60-40. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, a little bit more geared towards the white people, you know, bringing black home. But that shit is uncomfortable one way or the other. You know what I mean? Like, on both hands.
I think this is the difference, I think, between black people and white people. I feel like just based on how we are, like, black people gonna try to make you feel comfortable even if they don't fuck with you.
Yeah, that's true. After a while.
You know what I'm saying? They might have that conversation with the daughter or the son afterwards, like, yo, whatever. But we gonna try to make you feel comfortable. I don't feel like white people give a fuck about making you feel comfortable.
That's true.
Like, I don't fuck with you, and why did you bring this nigga to my house? For the people who are like that, and we are talking about the people who are like that. Everybody is not like that, but we are talking about double standards right now, and the worst case scenarios, you know, with these things. The last double standard I want to talk about is, do you feel like there's a double standard between successful men dating ain't shit women versus successful women dating ain't shit men, and how society looks at them?
Man, I've never thought about this. I mean, think about it, I guess, from off the cuff, I guess. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just a double standard period with men and women. I mean, that's you can just slice that bitch right down the middle, however you play it. But I mean, cause women, black women are most educated people in the world, right? Like, that's the stat that recently came out. So 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be always, they're gonna
Wakanda forever.
Be Wakanda forever. They're always gonna level, at this point, they're always gonna be kind of leveled up on men anyway, right? Just because education, obviously, typically, in more cases than not, breeds more opportunity, which lends itself to, you know, more money and more success, right? Like, as far as what people deem success. So, by default and definition, black women are always going to kind of be leveling down, I guess, if you look at it like that. You know what I mean? So,
But damn, leveling down is crazy. I know, right? But I know, you know, I kind of think, men, they become successful. Men are motivated by women. You know what I'm saying? Versus women being motivated by men. You know what I'm saying? Men get good jobs and nice cars and houses and money and shit so they can get women.
Everything that we do, everything that a man does is for a woman. Like, unless
so you don't really bat an eye when you see a nigga who with a woman who ain't got shit and ain't never had shit and ain't gonna have shit. You know what I'm saying? But you do look at, or I've definitely seen it myself, where you have these very educated women. I mean, they got 6-figure jobs and they got all their shit together, and they with some love after lockup nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There was this vice president at my old job. We both used to work there. We're not gonna bring up names, but she was a vice president, and she was smart and successful and all this shit. And I got some tickets to go to an event at the DPAC, and she was there with her. She had divorced her husband like a couple years ago, and she was with this black dude. And when I tell you, this was a nigga brand nigga. This nigga had on a fur coat. He had on rings on every finger. He had his shirt unbuttoned down to his navel. And if you saw her at work, you would never think she would be with a nigga like this. I don't know. And then, you know, once people started seeing her with the nigga, the rumors started coming out with the niggas like, yeah, you know, he a trainer at the gym. First of all, ladies, never trust a trainer.
Thought job.
Trainers are the most underpaid niggas, but have the most bitches.
That and barbers.
Barbers got a lot of bitches?
Hell yeah. Nigga, you know how many niggas you know how many single mothers come in the barbershop and getting their son's haircut?
True. I never thought about that. I never thought about that.
Thoughts of the world. Shout out to all the
damn.
barbers.
So trainers and barbers, stay away from them. B just put me on. Had no kids to take to no damn barbershop. But I definitely have friends that have kids that they take to the barbershop, and it makes a lot of sense.
I used to hate when my mom used to go in the barbershop. Drop me off. Fuck that shit.
But yeah, like she was dating this guy, and you would never master's degree, like smart ass, successful ass woman. I don't even feel like this woman will hire this man to work for her company. Like what the fuck? So it is like people looking like, chick, what's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how the game go. But hey, he probably dicking her down smooth.
Probably. Yeah. And she was married before, so you know. Yeah. Hey, they say the first time you married for love, the second time you married for money or sex. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
she probably was good.
It is what it is.
She got money.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating on none of these scenarios. To kind of wrap this up, I'm not hating on none of these scenarios. My whole thing with people is, as long as the person is legal and a willing participant, I can look at it and shrug, but I ain't gonna think about it too much further than that. No. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing that's keeping me up at night. Whoever you choose to be with, you know what I'm saying, be with them. Like, for sure. Fuck it. It's whatever. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying I ain't gonna look twice and be like, what the fuck? But I'm gonna still keep it moving. Yeah, I ain't about to care about it. You know what I'm saying? At all. I want, Lil Wayne to put Reggie Day over his knee. Yeah. And be like, you need to get somebody that's in college. You just went to college. Get some college nigga. Get some 22-year-old nigga. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know, shit. She been exposed to a certain lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, you know what I mean? She been around rapping niggas all her life. So you either run from it or you gravitate towards it. So she might like the little Lucci, little funny looking fella. You know what I mean? And he might, you know what I mean?
Funny looking fella.
Like, it may not necessarily, like, I know plenty of niggas that, like,
everybody got different swag that people are attracted to.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Certain shit just be getting certain, you know what I mean? Like, so, ain't no telling how the fuck that even, you know, manifested itself, but.
Slid in her DM.
Yeah.
She 19, so she easily manipulated.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Or popped up on the Atlantic Station or some shit, you know what I mean?
Facts. Well, y'all, we want to thank y'all for listening to this episode of the Ain't Shit Show. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Follow us on all our social media platforms at the Ain't Shit Show. Know that shit is spelled with the X where the I would be. I don't think I gave a closing on the letter, but if you want to write into us, write into the Ain't Shit Show at gmail.com. We're on Twitter, IG, YouTube, SoundCloud, Facebook. Holla at us, leave comments on our social media. Help us get to the Apple Noteworthy page. If you have a business, you want to sponsor an episode, hit us up. Again, that's the Ain't Shit Show at gmail.com. You can follow my man B at what's your social media? You want to get him social media?
Twitter is, I'm not on there as much as I used to be, but it's B Hill, you heard me. All one word, I guess. Instagram is B Hill _919, and that's it. That's all I got.
Facts, okay.
Facebook,
and I am at I am DC Fresh. That's on all my social networks. And I want to leave y'all with a quote. Usually I leave y'all with something that's gonna motivate y'all. But I want to end with this quote because I feel like the quote was so fucking trill. And yes, it is from Black Panther. All Black Panther everything right now. So this is the quote from Killmonger. And, if this is a spoiler alert, you might want to turn it off right now, but I'm about to give you this quote. He says, bury me in the ocean with my ancestors who jumped from the ships because they knew that death was better than bondage. I felt like that shit was so dope.
That shit was fucking cold.
That was some of the
coldest shit ever.
Hey, that shit was cold. Hey, go see Black Panther.
Man.
If you already see it, go see it again.
Take some kids.
Hey, we trying to
take some kids with you. You know what I mean? Take some disadvantaged youth if you can. Somebody around your way. That'll be an act of kindness. Get them some motivation.
That is true. Do something kind, and also go see Wakanda. I keep calling it Wakanda. Black Panther. And until next week, y'all, I want y'all to be great. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda.